Ooh, guys, I'm in trouble. Looks like I've made a boo-boo. Got myself involved in some internet beef. Just what we want. Let's go. So a couple weeks ago, I made this video right here. Delusional. Female boxer thinks she can KO men. And the video was about this girl here, Erica Knight, who's an Icelandic boxer. And if you haven't seen this video yet, I'll pop it up in the top left corner or at the bottom of the description. Basically, brief recap, she put a video up saying that she would beat most untrained men within boxing. And in that video, if you go and watch it, I actually agree with it for the most part. Now, I know the title is a little bit provocative, but come on, guys, it's YouTube. And also, most men were calling her delusional, so I was kind of quoting what people were saying about her. But anyway, yeah, I defended her for the most part, and I said that she would actually piece up most beginner men, and most men interpreted her video that she was saying she can beat up any man, even if he's trained, and she wasn't saying that at all. Now, I did give her a little pushback. The small clip that we featured in this video of her fighting that big fella who's in the thumbnail, you could tell he was going really light on it, and I just said, maybe let's see the full footage. So she responded to my video, calling me out. Well, kind of. And we're going to react to it. So drop a like on the video for some internet beef. For a good amount of time, pretty much 2 years that I've been doing this now, I have so many people say to me, Shaun, all you do is sit behind a desk. You sit in your bedroom and critique everyone else. You're a keyboard warrior. We need to see you in the real world. Well, I am happy to prove that I am not all talk. I've just posted a video last night of me grappling with a super legit Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu 3rd Dan black belt who's also a bodybuilder and super strong. I uploaded it last night. People say they want this content. Yeah, I upload it and you don't watch it. So if you do want to see me in the real world, actually somewhat practicing what I preach, then go and watch this video. I'll pop it up here in the top left corner or at the end of this video. I've also got 2 more in real life videos on the way with more in the pipeline.
Guys, I had a YouTube video made about me. Delusional female boxer thinks she can KO men. I'll KO any man. First of all, this video is pinned on my profile. I never said I would KO any man. Never in that video did that sentence come out of my mouth.
Okay, Erica, that might be a mistake on my behalf. I'll admit when I'm wrong, you might not have actually said that. But within the conversation, we were kind of saying that. But it's all right. I'll change the thumbnail. I'll change it.
To be fair, he does look at my boxing and say that I could pretty much outwork most men.
Yeah, she's actually really good and really talented. And guys, I stuck up for it in that video. I was actually standing up for it against all the stupid comments. Erica got loads of hate on her TikTok and her Instagram who basically misinterpreted what she was saying.
And he looks at this video and is saying that this guy is going light on me and he low-key hits me.
He is kind of going light on it. I mean, for the size of him, of course, let's not deny that. He is going light, but context matters, of course. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, him going light on it. It's just within the context of this conversation. The one little clip that she had sparring a man, he was just going light on it.
You can watch this video too. This guy is not just any guy. He's not just any untrained man. He's a professional boxer. And he's like 80 kg. Of course, he's going fucking light.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that, did I? Once again, the only reason why I pointed that out is just within the realm and context of this conversation that she can beat most men in sparring. Now, once again, to clarify, she did say untrained men. This guy, she says, is a professional, but it was the only footage that we had of her sparring a man when it was Erica who was creating this narrative that she would beat up most men in boxing. So, of course, her sparring this pro and sparring complete beginners who were men are 2 completely separate issues. But within the context, we had to take a look at it and had to point out, well, this one guy who we see in a sparring is going pretty light.
It's his job. Like, literally, guys, what are you talking about? Of course he's going light against me. Like, I'm not stupid. Honestly, props to this guy because he was super nice about it the whole time.
I was nice. Thanks, Erica. I actually sent Erica a DM after this. Not that kind of DM, guys. I just said, thanks for acknowledging that I was actually being pretty nice about the situation. I know my title was a little bit provocative, but the way I like to look at YouTube, it's kind of like a dog with medicine. The dog needs to take the pill, but it won't. You've got to wrap it in ham first. So you give the dog what it wants to then give it what it needs. The thumbnail and the title is the ham. It's the controversy. It's the clickable, curiosity-provoking nature. And then as you click on the video, you see me defending the girl and being unbiased and presenting both arguments and showing the comments of the people who are actually saying she's delusional. And I deliver the message, which is the medicine.
The point that I'm trying to make is boxing is so technical and you need so good cardio for it. Power doesn't matter nearly as much as you think. Like, and especially in amateur and sparring, like, it's the volume that you put out.
Yeah, I agree with that. Totally agree. I think we spoke about the punch machine example in that video about how most men, even untrained, can generate more power than women who are even trained, just from the bone density, the muscle mass, the physicality, so on and so forth. Most men can generate more power than women. However, within a boxing realm, that doesn't really matter nearly as much as people think. I mean, how many examples have we seen in professional boxing where you've got a power puncher who was starching everyone in the first round, and then all of a sudden he jumps up a few levels in competition, that opponent is more skilled, more technical, nowhere near as much power, and then all of a sudden the power puncher doesn't get the first round KO. A highly skilled boxer can completely negate the power of a power puncher. I mean, one of the more recent examples is someone like Beterbiev versus Bivol. Beterbiev destroying everyone in every single fight that he was having, but had Beterbiev fought anyone on the same skill level as Bivol? Hell no. And what happened there? Bivol, you could argue, won that first fight. We're not going to get controversial with the decision, but it was a close fight.
And KOs are so rare, even from professional boxers, that I don't think you as an untrained man are going to KO somebody.
Is she talking to me there? Or just men in general? Because I'm not an untrained man. I don't think she was talking to me, but we'll get to that in a moment for anyone who thinks that I am untrained completely because they've seen some footage of me sparring in Dubai early 2024 when it was the worst time of my life health-wise, and I was in and out of the hospital all year with bad heart problems and all sorts of other health issues. One video at a time. We will prove them wrong. Don't worry about that. I don't think she was talking to me, but I'm not untrained. That's all I'm saying. But what she's saying is correct. If you take an untrained man, even with a lot of power, and put him in the boxing ring and say, right, let's have a boxing spar under the boxing conditions, I would actually put my money on Erica, 100%. Erica, girl, I'm with you.
Somebody is way harder, and that's basically the argument anybody's trying to make. Like, oh, but it's just one shot. Just one shot won't KO me properly.
Now, there's a bit of grey area there. Now, I think this girl's got around 8 years experience, so she's definitely taken some shots in her time. So she knows more than me what her chin is like and what level of power shots she can take. So I'm not refuting this, Erica, if you're watching this video. I'm just saying I do believe there's a bit of grey area there.
So difficult to KO somebody. I don't think you guys understand. That's just what I'm saying. The volume and output I can put in will just outwork you, and you will just gas out. And you can't handle it for such a long time. It's just not what you think, guys.
I agree. If anything, the cardio is one of the biggest weapons. You get one of these fellas with no training experience and they just see red, bro. They're going to gas out after like 30 seconds, and then that's where Erica would just take over.
He even says in the video that he's not a boxer, but he's arguing with literally a boxer.
Yeah, I know. I'm not a boxer, but I don't need to be a boxer specifically to have a valid opinion on this. I am more so commenting on the man versus woman side of things. But also, guys, and Erica, remember, I wasn't arguing with you. I was agreeing with you. So to say that I'm arguing with a boxer, that's not even true. I give a little bit of an unbiased take. I played a little bit of devil's advocate, and that was it. Now, I'm not a boxer, but I do have a bit of a background in kickboxing, which we'll also get to in a moment. And I've sparred plenty of girls, plenty of women, young and old, low level, high level, within a kickboxing setting. So it's kind of just the same thing, really. If anything, my opinion was more valid than half of the people who were in your comments. There was probably loads of people with no training experience whatsoever, and they've got that mindset of, I just see red, bro, and I'd KO it. And they actually don't understand combat sports. And there's a lot of nuance to combat sports and a lot of nuance to this argument as well. Hence why I will give both sides. If I was a dum-dum and I had no combat sports experience, I would have been a little bit more black and white with my argument and would probably argue against your point, Erica.
Obviously, like the sparring things, there are exceptions to it. Like, I'm pretty sure there's some genetics freak in the world that I could not beat. But trust you as a 5'9" male who's like 150 pounds, you're not one of them, bro.
Right. I hope she wasn't speaking to me then. 5'9", 150 pounds. Because I'm 5'10" and I'm 192 pounds. And sitting in this chair with the dimmed light, it might look a little bit deceiving. But you can tell a little bit in my forearms and in my chest and my shoulders that I'm not 150 pounds. Once again, go and watch my latest video. You can see me in action. And a few people have even commented on that video and said, oh, Shaun, you can tell that you've got some gains. So yeah, Erica, stop calling me 5'9". Although now I'm getting older, I might be shrinking a little bit. Right, now let's get to the comments, because once again, we've got some delusional divvies in Erica's comments. So this guy here, Shaun Jones isn't a pro boxer. I've seen him throw punches and hit pads. He's trained for maybe 3 weeks tops. LMAO. I love that. That's hilarious. And I got 46 likes. Damn, I'm famous. 46 people must know who I am. This is incredible. I mean, the guy has just trained kickboxing. That was all. Crying, laughing emoji. That was all. Once again, that means I'm not qualified to speak on men versus women in combat sports. Okay. This guy said, I like watching Shaun, but to be fair, he says that she has way better boxing technique than him, though. I commented back and said, I've never trained boxing in my life. I was always more of a kicker. Watch the video. I was actually defending her a lot. I wasn't going to sit there and try and justify and prove myself in the comments. Instead, I'm going to justify and prove myself in my own video. This guy or this girl said, people talk, never seen gloves up close, let alone stepped in the ring. This guy said, that's why I didn't even bother to click on that video. We all know you got hands. Well, you missed out because I was defending it, you silly Billy. People don't know nothing about fighting. By the way, don't know nothing is a double negative. If you don't know nothing, that means that you know something. So first off, you don't know anything about grammar. People don't know nothing about fighting and always have the most to say. If I didn't know anything about fighting, I'm sure I would have a little bit less than 200,000 subscribers. I clearly know a little bit, don't I? This guy said, just as Roger Mayweather said, most people don't know ish about boxing. This guy is one of those. You're a divvy as well because you didn't even watch the video. Now, we roughly get around 2 to 4 million views per month on this channel, but 99% of that viewership is on commentary videos of me talking about famous people. Most people don't care about me, which is fine. I'm a realist. I understand that. But here's me after 5 kickboxing sessions back since Dubai 2024 sparring video, hitting some pads when I was in Dubai last week, and I've got the full video of this coming out next week. Now, I'm not saying I look like a professional here. Also, I'm not the best puncher. I've never learned to box in my life. I was always more of a kicker. But watch this and tell me that I've only got 3 weeks worth of training, okay?
Go again. Knee. Cross hook. Elbow. Again.
Leg kick there. I'm feeling it. Fatigue's kicking in.
Cross hook.
Hands down.
There you go.
I'm knackered.
Elbow.
Now, this was, I do say there, keep going, but this was the final round of pads. I was fatigued. My cardio was still not there entirely. As I say, I'm only around 5 sessions back in kickboxing. A little bit of context for you, but you can clearly see I've got some experience. Am I saying that I'm pro level? No. Am I even saying that I'm amateur level? Not at all. But I know that I have decent understanding of combat sports. I've had a lot of critique like this over the years of people saying all you do is sit behind a desk. All you do is commentate on other people. Here's the thing for you divvies, right? Why don't you go and give other commentators the same energy? There's plenty of bigger commentators out there within boxing, within MMA, who've never put any gloves on, who sit there like proper experts and break down technique, yet they've never done anything. Go and give them the same energy, because the only sole reason why my channel blew up from this type of content sitting down is because that's what I had to do, because I was sick for 2 years. You can say excuses this, excuses that. It's not excuses, it's just reasons. Go back to 2022. You can see I was doing in real life fitness content. I had to pivot, so I started commentating a little bit. Mainly this channel is for entertainment purposes, but you can't sit there and say that you've watched me punch and kick and say that I've only had 3 weeks worth of training. You can call me a little bit delusional now, but I've never seen anyone kick the pads like this with only 3 weeks worth of training.
Kick. Yeah. Go again.
I'm not bigging myself up here either. I know that I've got so many holes in my game, but I'm just showing you that there's a base understanding there. So guys, you let me know all your opinions down below. Once again, I want to put more in real life content here on this channel. Unfortunately, most people won't watch it because they came for the reaction type content. But if you have any sort of investment in seeing commentators like myself actually walk the walk and put themselves out there with no ego, go and support the videos. Comment on it, because if they don't get any support, then there's no real reason in doing them, because there's no demand for it. But then you can't sit there and say that I don't walk the walk or I'm not intent on proving myself. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and shout out to Erica. Keep doing your thing, girl. You look good. See you on the next one.